Students, today we'll discuss about separation of components of mixture. Now, why this is important? The substances from natural source or prepared in the laboratory or industry are not pure. Along with the desired substance, they are contaminated with several unwanted substances. Perfectly pure substances are needed in some purpose. For example, in chemical, pharmaceutical, and semiconductor industry. So, purification by separation of impurities is necessary. Here I am discussing few methods of separation. So, let's start. Evaporation. Evaporation is a technique that is used in separating a mixture, usually a solution of a solvent and a soluble solid. In this method, the solution is heated until the organic solvent evaporates, where it turns into a gas and mostly leaves behind the solid residue. So, separating the solvent from a solution. The steps are: first, salt solution is heated. Water evaporates and its vapors rise. The water vapor passes into the condenser where it cools and condenses. Liquid water drips into a beaker. The last step, all the water has evaporated from the salt solution, leaving the salt behind. That means here you are separating common salt from its aqueous solution. So what to do actually? Take a common salt solution in water in a porcelain basin. The basin with the solution is heated on a sand bath and evaporate away the water. Here loss of water is ignored. Common salt left on the basin. Now see the diagram. Here this is the china dish or basin. This is Bunsen burner. This is the common salt in water and that is water vapor. Okay? And here, before doing this experiment, in a separate basin, we have taken common salt. This is the common salt. Hope so you have understood the experiment. Now the second process is distillation. Distillation refers to the selective boiling and subsequent condensation of a component in a liquid mixture. It is a separation technique that can be used to either increase the concentration of a particular component in the mixture or to obtain almost pure components from the mixture. Examples are mixture of salt which are not hydrolyzed in water and water, iodine in alcohol, sugar in water solution can be separated by this method. Now in this process, both dissolved solid and liquid can be separated and collected. Let's do an experiment. Take the solution in a round bottom distilling flask fitted with a water condenser, receiver and thermometer. Heat the solution, the vapor produced which will pass through the condenser. Collect the condensed liquid called distillate in a receiver. The residue remains in the distilling flask. See the diagram. This is the thermometer. This is flask, round bottom flask. This is clamp. This is water condenser where clamp is there and water outlet. A water outlet is there. This is beaker is there where we can collect the liquid, and within the bottom flask, this round bottom flask, this mixture of acetone and water here we have taken. That means actually mixture we can take within this round bottom flask. And there is a small opening from where cold water in. So acetone Like this, by distillation, acetone can be collected in this beaker. And this is Bunsen burner. Now next process is fractional distillation. The mixture of water and acetone is separated by a process called fractional distillation. Fraction distillation is a process of heating a mixture of two liquids which have a difference in their boiling points. The liquid which has less boiling point turns into vapors and the other liquid is left back. So, in this process, a fractionating column is inserted vertically between the flask containing the mixture of the liquids and the condenser. A thermometer is fitted at the top of the column to detect the boiling point of the vapor of the liquid passing to the condenser. The higher boiling components are condensed back to the flask. The vapor of the low boiling component reaches the top of the column and passes over to the condenser and is collected in the receiver at the rate of 10 to 15 drops per minute. After some time, the remainder in the distillating flask becomes continuously richer in the higher boiling components. The lower boiling component continues to pass over at its boiling point until essentially completely separated from the mixture. The temperature of the distilling vapor rises up to the boiling point of the higher boiling liquid. At this stage, the first receiver flask containing the low boiling fraction is removed and other receiver is fitted to collect the higher boiling liquid. Now see the diagram. Thermometer is there, cork is there, water condenser is there, water outlet is there within the water condenser and cold water passing that pipe is also there. A round button distillating flask is there. A mixture has been taken within this. A cork, it is also there in the mouth of this flask. Another distillating flask is there. There is also another cork. Clamp is there. One stand is there. And for collecting pure liquid component, a conical flask or beaker should be there. Now, separation of components of crude petroleum. Components of petroleum are separated using a technique called fractional distillation. That is, separation of a liquid mixture into fractions differing in boiling point by means of distillation, typically using a fractionating column. By fractional distillation, components of the mixture of ethanol, water, benzene, and toluene, acetone, methanol can be separated. These are all organic compounds. The fractions obtained by fractional distillation of liquid mixture is not perfectly pure. The fraction is rich in low boiling ingredients and small amount of higher boiling ingredients. Useful separation is achieved by repeated fractional distillation with a high efficiency fractionating column. Now, crude petroleum or oil contains various hydrocarbon ingredients of close boiling points. The boiling points of these ingredients ranging from greater than 293 Kelvin to less than 573 Kelvin. These ingredients are collected in a range of boiling points using high efficiency fractionating column. For example, natural gas, gasoline, naphtha, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, etc. Now see the diagram. Crude oil, that means separation of components of crude oil or petroleum diagram has been shown. Separate color actually defines the separate portion of this column. The last process is separation of two immiscible liquids by separating funnel. A separatory funnel, also known as a separation funnel or colloquially SEP funnel, is a piece of laboratory glassware used in liquid-liquid extractions to separate the components of a mixture into two immiscible solvent phases of different densities. The boiling point of a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure exerted on it. It is known that when the vapor pressure of a liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure, the liquid starts to boil. The vapor pressure of a liquid also proportional to the pressure exerted on it. At low pressure, the liquid boils and evaporated at a low temperature. When any components of a solution decompose at normal boiling point, then separation of the components are made by distillation at reduced pressure. That is, the components boil below their boiling points. The mixture of two immiscible liquids is taken into separating funnel. Separating funnels of different shapes. The two liquids of the mixture forms two distinct layers. The heavier liquid forms the lower layer and the lighter liquid forms the upper layer. The heavier liquid is collected in a beaker by operating the stopcock. Now another beaker is placed under the funnel to collect the lighter layer. For example, mixture of carbon tetrachloride, that is CCl4. It is heavier and water H2O is lighter, can be separated by separating funnel. Now see the diagram. This is the diagram of separating funnel. Lighter liquid here, which one? Just now I have said here water is there, and heavy liquid, that means CCl4 is there. This is the stopcock and there is another stopcock. Now summaries of today. First one is evaporation. Non-volatile solids which from true solution with a solvent, they can be separated by this method. Here the loss of solvent is ignored. Second one is distillation. In distillation process, the liquid component of a mixture is converted to vapor, which is then condensed back to liquid and is collected. Third one is fractional distillation. The process which involves distillation and collection of fraction of different liquids boiling at different temperatures. Next step is separation of components of crude petroleum. The main process for separating the hydrocarbon components of crude oil is fractional distillation. And the last one is separation of two immiscible liquids by separating funnel. This is mixtures are separated using a separating funnel are liquids that are not soluble and have different densities.